Welcome to week 3. So we've got actually pretty action-packed week this week. The topic is going to be we're going to go over basic probabilities, get back into normal distributions, what it is, and your standard error and sampling distribution confidence intervals. So remember how all that works. It's just the standard deviation over the square root of n minus 1. It gives you the margin of error for the mean based on standard deviation. So, and you multiply that by however many t-values you want out to get your confidence interval. So, not hard if you don't remember it. We'll find videos to help you get caught up. There are 2 quizzes, topic quizzes, one on sampling distributions, which is, like I said, just sigma over square root of sample size. So then there is a confidence interval, which is multiplying that by your certain t to c your exact confidence interval. So easy stuff. Just have to get back to it and remember it. I did open the frequencies back up. The analytical assignment needs to be done by Sunday if you're going to correct it. So, and there's also a video this week to walk you through both the analytical assignments we've had so far, in case you got something wrong and understand what you missed or just need some help getting it correct. It's out there. You can walk right through it. Analytical assignment this week. Instead of just doing something new, we're going to continue. We're going to do a different way to um, treat missing variables with Winsorizing and studentizing or Fisherizing. Just it's just truncating at a certain percentage. Winsorizing is a little bit different, where you go up to a certain percentage, but if it's over, you just back it up to whatever the value is at that percentage and replace it with that. And I've got a video up to help you with that. So I hope to have the descriptives up by the end of the week and reopen. So if you need to redo them to get full credit, we want to start off with about 3 weeks of full credit on the analytical assignment. So when it starts getting harder, you miss some points, you still got the A. So I will switch out. We got another current topic that builds on last week's. So that's pretty interesting. Should be a lot of fun. And then this week's top general discussion quiz, the first one you're going to have to look up and get peer-reviewed sources for. So make sure you know to do that. So I'm going to switch it over and walk you through the module and show you where everything's at. Okay, so here we go. And our week 3 module. Of course, you'll have to complete week 2, which all required videos, all required assignments must be completed before you can move forward to week 3. Once you're here, we have right off the bat graded responses, current topic quizzes, and then I have, let's just slide this right up here underneath where this video will be. Yeah, we'll get right off the bat to walking you through for you can't miss it. Analytical assignments 1 and 2. So up to you if you want to watch them or resubmit. If you do, helpful content right there walking through it. So let's start off as we should each week with the introduction page, and it'll tell you we're looking at basic probabilities, probability distributions. Talk about Z distributions just a little bit. but more importantly, T distributions, because it's basically what we're always going to deal with in business statistics, and pretty much what we'll be dealing with all for the rest of the semester. So here's those formula sheets and Excel charts. Here's some distribution. So T, F, and chi-square distribution curves and probabilities. If you need those, if you prefer to use Excel and JASP, it's easier. I do have an Excel spreadsheet that has a lot of stuff pre-programmed. If I remember, I'll try to put that up. Here's some PowerPoints from, I don't know, either some textbooks I've taught from or something I got from Statistics of Doom or something. The book chapters from the Vara book is chapter 6 and 7. As far as the JAS book, you go over it for anything you need help, but I mean, most of the stuff I'm just going to come at you with off the top of my head. So it'll be my stuff and not theirs. Looks like I forgot missed one here. That should be a September. So your graded assignments. Resubmit week 1 analytical assignment frequencies by September 7th. If you wish to rework the assignment to improve your grade, it is not required, but I did add an extra attempt and extended the due dates out. So you have time to recorrect those. As I said in the video, walking you through how to correct and resubmit them. If your JAS printout is not perfect, you will not get any points for those two 25-point sections. This is to prevent you from watching the feedback right off your last attempt and typing it in and thinking you're going to get 50 points free or get a free 100 just for typing in. Nope, you got to show me how you got there and prove that you can do it. That's the whole point. So if you don't have those in correctly, then best you can get is 50, even if you get every numerical answer correct, because you should get them correct and you already have them. If you just had like where you didn't set your data to or your results to 3 decimal places, then you already had everything right. You just change that, rerun it, get the answers, and post them up. So it should be easy stuff. And as soon as I can get the descriptives from week 2 up, where y'all can work on those, and I'll decide when I need those back by probably next week instead of this week, maybe. Okay. Like I said, week 3 discussion topic: undercoverage and response bias. There's a lot of data on that in the chapter 2 of that Navarro book. You can use that as one uh, source, but if you do, then you need to cite it correctly and actually use it. So I know that you've read it and know what you're talking about. Everything else, I mean, you need peer-reviewed sources. I think I have a note that it will not be graded if you do not correctly cite an APA format in the body of the post and in a bibliography at the end, at least 2 peer-reviewed journal articles. That said, you are also not allowed to just copy and paste and cite direct quotes all the way through. It has to be in your own words, no direct quotes. I already know what the authors think. I've read it many times. I've written some of those articles, so I want to know what you think. So read it, take it in, spit it out. Current topic, like I said, it's just like the one last week. Same content producer, but a little bit different. we're talking about how to use statistics to tell lies instead of how to manipulate people using your own biases. So this is more about using probability and correct statistical values and presenting them out of context or flat lie, or basically some mistakes people make where it appears that they think they have all these statistical probability but not. So it's a good little video, about 20 minutes long, a lot of interesting stuff in there, so you will be required to watch it just like last week. Answer something that said you watch, and then go in and do discussion posts where you post your own thoughts to answer the question and respond to at least two people. So then you got two quick quizzes, like I said, sampling distribution quiz and confidence interval quiz. Those are closely related, so shouldn't take you long to look those up. And if it does, well, we'll figure something out and get by. So, and all those are due September 7th, even though one says April 6th for some reason. And you'll always have a 24-hour grace period. So they'll be available the 8th, but they're due on the 7th. So, and then week 3 analytics exercise, it's just some more creating variables and scrubbing data and dealing with outliers and more importantly, missing. So a little more practice there. I got a video to walk you right through it. Shouldn't be that hard. So let's bounce back out of here and roll down. So week 3, here we go. Again, that's your analytical assignment. This video will be about there as soon as it processes. Undercover to response bias. I do want to go over this quick time. It just keeps popping up in there, doesn't it? Okay. Find non-response, undercoverage, and response bias, and you probably want to give an example of each. To receive any credit for the discussion, all initial discussion posts must reference at least 2 peer-reviewed journal articles published within the last 5 years, which means if you just go Google these answers and copy and paste in there, you'll receive a 0. No questions asked. You will acknowledge that you understand this before you start. You cannot simply use LLMs to give you the answer. I want references, and not just at the bottom, within the body of your work, cite the author by what they say. Just as if you were writing a research article. You've done it before, so you know how to do it. It says include your name near the top of your thread. It's not a bad idea, but I'm not going to. I'm more worried about you looking up proper sources and learning something. So that's that. You do not have to have peer-reviewed sources for your responses to other students, but again, it's available through the 8th, so you got an extra day after if indeed you need it. So we'll go ahead and publish that out. And what else we got? Getting very tired. Okay, here's some videos on continuous variable sampling distributions. before you take the sample distribution quiz, a little video on confidence intervals. Now, those are old Zoom videos. If I have time, I'll make some shorter ones sometime this week. But for now, those will tell you everything you need to know and help you know how to get through those little quizzes. If I can find that old spreadsheet, I'll post that. It should probably be useful for some of the discrete variables for sure if you need to calculate probabilities on that. So, week 3 analytical assignment. Like I said, I've already got a video up to help you walk through that. Okay, we're going to Windorize at 95% and truncate at 95%. Well, you have to watch the video and get in there to be able to really understand what that is and how to do it. But that's pretty much what we have. It's a full week, but it's not an impossible week. And you've got videos walking through every step. You just have to watch them. So that said, I'm going to try to get this brief introduction video processed. There will be a quiz at the back end of it. Like I said, acknowledging that you know what's expected on these discussion boards. So, hopefully we'll get everybody caught up at the end of the week, and let me know if you need anything else.